Hi to YouTube. I haven't been on a single like film by myself for a while, and we haven't posted anything really new in content for a while. But things have been going on with me physically. I wanted to actually show you something really quick. I wanted you to take a look at my ankles. If you can film down, and can you see my ankles? This is my left ankle. This particular ankle is actually numb from a car accident that I was in 6 years ago. You can see how fat it is. Let me just take the sock off. You see how fat it is. It looks like a big meat slab. I have high blood pressure. My blood pressure was like 126/60 about 10 minutes ago, and my BPM was about 69 beats a minute. The other thing too about this is my left foot is just as bad. If you take a look at it, and you see it's a big old freaking, sorry language, it's a big old meat chop, and what it is retained water. Look, check this out. I sit there and I push on it, and it stays that way. So that's retained water, and that's high blood pressure. There's other things too. I just went through a bout of shingles, and the rash is gone, but the pain's not gone, so they have me on a medication called gabapentin. But that's not the reason why I wanted to film this, and I want to say this right now, is that if you're young, like below 18, I really don't think that you should be watching this video, unless you have your parents' permission, because I'm going to show you some things that maybe you shouldn't see. As a spouse, I think it's imperative that when you get married, if you're going to deliver in courtship or in marriage what you promise in courtship, then you need to take care of yourself. And I have not done that. Since about 2017, I've been pretty sick with the heart. I had a heart attack in June 2017 that almost took me. And I was put on a bunch of medication, and I haven't really taken care of myself lately. Like lately, I've been eating. I've been going through a loaf of bread pretty much a day with a cube of butter, eating cinnamon toast, making cinnamon toast, and eating that pretty much exclusively. However, I started juicing back in March, and I juiced for roughly about 6 weeks, and I went from about 220, 230. Actually, I was 232 as the highest, and I went all the way down to 199 because I lost 33 pounds. And I was pretty proud of myself at that point. Well, stopped juicing, started eating like a pig, not paying attention to stuff, drinking soda again. And I want to show you what's happened. Go ahead and just... This has happened. And the thing about it is, let me ask you ladies, is this sexy? Does this look sexy to you, babe? I mean, you just want to just jump my bones? Because the reality is, if you jump my bones, you're going to bounce off me like a trampoline.
Woohoo!
You know, am I training to be Santa? I mean, look at this. I've got boobs. It's disgusting. And one of the things that I want to tell you is, if you're a Christian, you're supposed to take care of the temple of the Holy Ghost or the temple of God. This is not doing it. In my defense, I took Zantac for about 4.5 years, and one of the things they don't tell you is that Zantac, one of the side effects, is it actually creates man boobs, moobs, whatever you want to call it. And so I had these before I really got really fat. Some of the things that I want to share with you is for lack of a better term, I'm dying. And that's how I feel, and that's actually the truth. I had an endoscopy done about 6 months ago, and they found something called Barrett's esophagus, and then they changed their mind on it. Well, that's cancer. And then the gal who did it said that she changed her mind on it, that she didn't think that it was, but I need to go get a second opinion on that. And then they did it the other way. They did a colonoscopy. And thank God they didn't find any polyps, but they found hemorrhoids, and that's because when I go to the bathroom, I push too hard. Last night I was the heaviest I've ever been. I was 251.8. But the reason why today I am 244.6 is because I took some Dulcolax. I took a couple of Dulcolax yesterday and was able to clean myself out. So I had roughly about 6 pounds of waste in my system. Why am I telling you all of this? because I just watched a movie called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and this is like the third or fourth times I've watched it, and I have to go back to juicing, and I have to make it. I mean, I have to make it a priority, because if I don't, really, I'm gonna die. I've had pancreatitis. I've had a heart attack. I've had kidney stones. I lost my right kidney in a car accident. I broke my pelvis when I was 16. My right leg, I was partially paralyzed. It's mostly numb from the car accident, because when we hit the car, it stretched the sciatic nerve of my right leg, and I had bone fragments go into the nerve itself. So I can go on and on. Right here, right now, I'm actually feeling what the pain from pancreatitis. On a scale from 1 to 10, the pain is about a 7 or an 8. Also into that, it's actually causing pain in the ribs itself, like the actual bones themselves hurt. And then it wraps around my back and goes up into my kidney, my left kidney. My kidney, because my left kidney was the only one that survived, really, it's about the size of a football right now. They call it a super kidney. Well, that pain wraps all the way up into my back and then down, and it goes into my groin, and it feels like my left testicle is in a vice. That's no way to live, guys. This is on a daily basis. I'm living like this, and it's not comfortable. And then also on top of that is right below my left breast. Might as well just say it. There's lumps, and they hurt, and they're really painful, and they really hurt. I hope to God it's not cancer. We just lost a really good friend of ours to cancer, Brenda Smith. She was the first server on our first date when I took my wife to Denny's, because we needed a place to talk. We continued talking for like 9.5 hours that day when we went on our first date. It ended up being a dinner to a 9.5 hour date, because we couldn't stop talking. Well, Brenda was our first waitress, and then she got some cancer and went out to Palo Alto to the VA to get it taken care of. And then we went to go visit her, and she was always really good for saying, "Hi, guys." That's the way she just said it. She used to call Jennifer JJ, and she was just such a sweet spirit. And then we lost her. We were supposed to have, on a Wednesday, she was supposed to come over for, we were going to make tuna sandwiches for her, and she wanted tomatoes and grapefruit, because she really loved tomatoes and grapefruit. But I had to actually cut all the skin off the tomato and take all the seeds out, because that would make her sick with the medication she was on. And she called me that day, and she did a face chat. I didn't recognize her because she was so swollen. And Bob was there, her husband, on the video call, and Jen came in at the last minute, and they got a chance to talk. But she told me she wasn't feeling well, so she couldn't make it. She was like, "Well, we'll reschedule, Danny. We'll reschedule." And then 4 days later, she was gone. You know, this is the type of things that I don't want to do that to my wife. We've been married since 2011. People are like, "Oh no, you haven't. You've been married since 2017." There's a particular individual that knows exactly who I'm talking about who says that. And then we've been quote unquote legally married on paper since 2013. And then someday we'll get all this out. You know, it's an incredible story. But the reason why I'm just coming from my heart. I spent like about the last half hour, 45 minutes making 2 bottles of this green juice. And it's not the favorite thing to drink, but when I was taking my medication for blood pressure, my blood pressure was about 2, or pardon me, not quite that high. It was like 140 over 80 or 90, or 150 over 90. I started taking this. I got this off of Reboot with Joe, which was exactly tied to that movie, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. This is for blood pressure. And then I would take this, and my blood pressure would go down to like 115 over 60. 105 over 55, or something like that. And what this is, it is 2 cucumbers, 4 celery, 1 lemon, 1 apple, 1 bunch of parsley, and 1 by 1 sprig of ginger. Well, tonight I made a double batch. So I ended up using the entire thing of celery. I didn't count out 8 sticks. I just used the whole bunch. And I used really big cucumbers for this. So I only used 2 because they're the size of, one of them is the size of 2. But I made 2 batches of this, and this will last me roughly 2 to 4 days, depending upon how much I drink. But tomorrow I've got to make my carrot juice, which is 25 carrots, and a huge, like almost a 3-inch sprig of ginger. So it's got a real kick to it, but the 25 carrots, that carrot juice is really good. And then I have another juice I make called Bugs Bunny juice, which is 10 to 12 carrots, a half a pineapple or a whole pineapple, depending upon the size of the pineapple, because the pineapples are getting a little bit small right now. And it's 4 oranges and 4 red apples. The one that I prefer is the Gala or the Fuji's, but you can do like the Pink Ladies or the Honey Crisps or whatever you want to do for a red apple. Just for me, just stay away from the Red Delicious, because those are just the red Washington apples. They're just mealy, and I don't particularly care for the taste. Anyway, my point is this: the doctors will help me to the extent that they've given me the gabapentin to help with the pain. Mm-hmm. But then I sleep so hard that I don't know that I'm going to wake up. I have a CPAP because the CPAP is supposed to help me with, but I can never sleep with a CPAP. It makes me uncomfortable, and I end up waking up. And, you know, the doctors help me to some extent, but the reality is that I believe that the ultimate thing is that, you know, in nature is going to be able to do it for me. Is I need to go on a 60-day fast, and I need to do a juice fast for 60 days. I need to check in with my doctor so she knows what I'm doing. Actually, I need to find a new PCP. There's a whole story there. My primary care physician's a nightmare. But I want to share this with you because if you're in the same situation that I am, there's hope. There really is hope. There's a lot of different things out there that you can check into that can help you, that you can take control of your own health and your own body and the situation that you're in, and actually get off the couch and stop playing Minecraft or stop playing World of Warcraft, whatever you're playing, or watching TV or watching The Mandalorian or whatever it is that you're doing. Just get off the damn couch and get out there. I know that we're all isolated and we're unemployed, whatever the hell, that you know, we're supposed to do this and do that. Well, you know what? Go take a walk. Go grab a couple fishing poles and go up into the lakes up there and hike around the lake. You know, I don't know what you're supposed to be doing fishing these days. Or go take a pellet gun out to the BLM land and go, you know, do some target practice, whatever. And I say pellet gun because ammunition is hard to find. Anyway, I just sound like I'm rambling right now, but the reality is that you have to take your own responsibility for your body. My GI guy who wanted to, you know, with UC Davis wanted me to, you know, hurry up and do this. Well, he ordered something back in like March, and I finally got it. I couldn't do it. It was an MRI because I'm super claustrophobic because of that car accident. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go through it, and anyway, short story long is
pancreas toast.
It was for my pancreas. Well, there's other things that could be done, and I was almost completely through that MRI when I couldn't stand it any longer. It just felt like it was closing in around me. I haven't heard from him, and I've called him, and I haven't heard back from him. So what did I do? I talked to my primary care physician and said, look, I don't care about the UC Davis doctor. I need help now. I need help now. I need help right now.
Check your pancreas now.
I need to check my pancreas. I need to check my kidneys. I need to do all this now.
Right.
I can't wait. I can't wait for a doctor's schedule. I have to do it now. You know, so and I have to do this juice fast now because I'm 251 pounds, almost 252 pounds. When I was a kid, I graduated high school at 165 pounds. I didn't have to try. When I got into high school, I was like 112 pounds. When I graduated college, I was like 180 pounds. And that's because I was lifting weights. Anyway, I'm pretty much going to wrap this up with this. If you're married or if you're in a relationship, you need to take care of yourself. Because it's not fair to your spouse or the person that you're with that you're going to die young because you don't take care of yourself. Or that you look like a fat slob, pardon me for being just direct, because you haven't taken care of yourself, and you look like an Adonis when you guys got together, but now you look like Shrek. I don't think so. You know, and the fact of the matter is, if you guys look like, I don't know, like Fabio and freaking and Cindy Crawford when you guys met, and now you guys look like Shrek and Fiona, do something about it. anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. And the reality is that I look like Shrek and my wife looks like Cindy Crawford, so I need to do something about it because she's a hottie and I'm a naughty right now. So she says different, but I know that if she tried to jump my bones, she'd bounce off me. So I'm gonna end it with this. She's the one holding that. But this is gonna be a 60-day journey, and now that I'm putting it online, my God, I'm actually gonna have to hold myself accountable to it. Because I could stop, and I've tried to do this in the past before. You guys have seen it on Facebook. I'm going to be putting it on Instagram because I don't know how Instagram works, but I'm going to have to put it there. And I put it on Twitter or whatever else is there. But this is for Knucklehead's Guide to Marriage. And the reason why it's on Knucklehead's Guide to Marriage is because you spouses who've let yourself go, do something about it. Do something about it. If it's a woman that's let herself go, take off the sweat. Brush your hair, put a little makeup on, put on some nice looking pants, put on go to Lane Bryant and get something nice. They have very sexy underwear at Lane Bryant that you could put on if you're overweight, so what? So what? If you do a little lipstick, a little makeup, brush your hair, and give your husband a big fat kiss when he comes home from work, instead of laying into him because the kids have been driving you nuts, you might be surprised at what would happen. And guys, get rid of the beer gut, man. When I first tried this, I lost 33 pounds in 6 weeks. When you try to really lose the weight, it comes off fast. As a matter of fact, if you watch that Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, this guy lost over 100 pounds in 1 year. And he lost it. And he looked great doing it. So I recommend.
Did you have to exercise a whole lot when you were getting that 33 pounds off?
I didn't exercise at all. I did nothing. Well, my exercising was sitting here playing freaking Minecraft with my kids' Xbox when they're not here. This isolation crap is driving me nuts. So.
But it's easy to lose the weight if you juice, is what you're saying.
It is very easy to lose the weight when you juice.
Here's the thing. When you follow the juice rule.
But here's the thing. When I juiced the first time, this time I have to stick to juice. When I juiced the first time, I was eating chicken breasts and eggs for protein. When I was getting really hungry, I would snack. I'd eat an apple or I'd eat carrots. And if I ate an apple or carrots, I'd put a little bit of peanut butter on them to add a little bit of flavor to it. And I wasn't great on the diet side, but I completely cut out all fast food, all sodas, anything like that I cut out. But I will tell you, if you're going to do it that way, you have to have a substitute. And my substitute for soda was sparkling waters, flavored sparkling waters like LaCroix or Perrier.
No sugar, no salt.
Yeah, no sugar, no salt in them. They were just flavored sparkling water. And the ones I drank the most was the LaCroix Tangerine. And then as far as like the junk food, I would replace it with a carrot and an apple and add a little bit of peanut butter to it. Anyway, right now I feel like I'm ranting. I'm just rambling. But look, take care of yourself. Get back into shape. It is worth it. You can add years to your life if you do it. And here's one of the other things too that I heard from this. If you do this for 60 days, you will get to your weight like that. But here's what you do afterwards. You have to continue afterwards, but one day a week you can have the food that you enjoy. You don't have to completely cut it out. If you want to go to Texas Roadhouse, whatever, and get the ribs and all that kind of stuff. But here's what else I found after I got done with that first 6 weeks. I didn't want those foods anymore. I wanted fruits and vegetables and legumes and beans and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want a big thick steak or a big hearty thing of ribs. So anyway, join me with the journey. If you want, just check in with me in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. This is real life stuff. The thing is this: if I don't make these changes in 60 days, you might not see me anymore because I might be in a coffin somewhere, dead. And the doctors may diagnose me with stage 4 breast cancer, and I didn't even know it because I didn't take care of myself. So with that, I'll leave you with this. Just one last thing is that if you are going to produce in marriage what you promised in courtship, then get to it. Lose the weight. Brush out your hair. Make yourself look pretty. Guys, shave. Take a shower. whatever it is that you need to do. Put some clean clothes on. If you wear a dirty shirt because you're a mechanic all day, when you get home, wash yourself up, clean yourself up, change your clothes. Make yourself presentable to your wife. And the other thing to you guys, listen to me. Don't ignore your wife all day, and then when the lights go out at night, expect to get her to pay you the attention that you want. Because if you want to make your wife feel used, do that. If you want to make your wife feel cherished, make love to her all day long without ever touching her. If you want to know what that is, get our book, The Knucklehead's Guide to Marriage. She said put something in the comments below, or go to our website, Knucklehead's Guide to Marriage. It's got how you can get the book. There's a lot of ways that you can make love to your wife without ever touching her. And that way when the lights go out, she attacks you. You don't have to attack her. So guys, look, this is mainly to guys because always I'm thinking about guys, and I don't want to come off like I'm being a jerk to girls. That body that you had when you got married, get back to it. And if you were a big guy like me right now when you got married, do something about it. Don't die because you're out of shape. And just take care of yourself, guys. There's a lot of things that we can do. The website, Reboot with Joe. You can go to our website, Knucklehead's Guide to Marriage. If you need marriage counseling, we do it no charge. If you're in a different state than we're in, we'll do a Zoom call with you guys. So I'll leave it with that. And if you need prayer for anything, go ahead and put it in the comments below, and we'll pray for you. Our eventual mission is so that we're marriage missionaries. We want to help heal your marriage, and this is one way you can do it, by being beside your spouse, for a long time, because you took care of yourself. You took care of the temple of God. And again, I'm going to show you. This is not sexy, guys. This is not sexy at all. I have a hard time putting on my shoes and having cankles like this. I don't know what the hell is causing that. This is scaring me. So just do something about it, guys. If you're in the same shape that I am, and you know what? If you're not, good for you. If this is not talking to you, good for you. But if you know somebody that it is talking to, then let them see this video. With that, I will say good night. Have a good night. It's already 2:12 in the morning. I started this, I don't know when, at 2:40 or 2:50. I know it's about 20, 25 minutes already. So anyway, with that, I will say good night and God bless.